That's weird. Dolly, is your hold on. That's weird. Dolly, is your hold on. That's weird. Dolly, is your Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Dolly, I don't know. We got some really bad feedback here.
Yeah, I don't
Hold on.
know. Do you have something like the YouTube channel? There you go.
Oh, better. Sorry about that, everybody. So, how are you? How are you surviving day after birthday?
I'm surviving, but I'm tired.
Really?
Yeah, I was up pretty late. I went to the restaurant, went out for my birthday. So, got a drink, but that's all I do is maybe one drink. I don't really drink. So,
Oh. So, but at least you had a good meal and everything.
oh
Good
yeah,
night.
yes. Except for I got stood up on picking up items from sourcing, but that's beside the point. Drove 2 hours.
What do you mean you got stood up for sourcing?
There's items that I was going to buy for hauling.
Yeah.
For a haul, and got there, and the lady's like, "Oh, I can't wait any longer," and she took off. It's like, I'm only 2 minutes down the road. You can't wait 2 minutes?
Wow.
No, and she took off.
Oh, that sucks.
So I drove an hour there and an hour home. So I was like, that's was very upsetting.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I mean, if it's 10 minutes down the street, that's one thing. But when you do an hour away, that's ridiculous.
Right.
So obviously the money wasn't important to her to get rid of the stuff.
Probably not. It's very hard to find this stuff, especially here in Ohio.
Yeah.
But what she had was very collectible. It was Rainbow Brights.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And she had some handmade quilts that had Rainbow Bright on it.
Wow.
So obviously she didn't want the money.
Right. Lisa, good morning. I check your PM private message. It's in there. And go ahead.
I told her I was very upset and I will not deal with her no more.
Yeah. Well, is that you've dealt with her in the past?
No, this is the first time, and I told her it would be the last time. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, that's basically, ups and downs of what we have in business.
Absolutely.
So what are your plans for today?
Well, today I got some sourcing to do. I have a huge lot of really nice brooches I'm picking up.
Nice.
And then I have some just kind of random stuff just to throw into auctions that I'm picking up that's worth buying. So
that's cool. You have an auction tonight?
Not tonight, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I don't know what Lisa's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Lisa, are you coming on?
I sent the invitation to several people. Seeing whoever wants to come on can come on. But I did, like you, I put the info right in the message. I put the link right in the message.
Yep. I don't put it up in my chat because anybody can jump on.
Right. Well, you can just choose not to select them also.
Right. True.
So I could have swore you said I saw your link that you had an auction today, but it's tomorrow.
Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, that's tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Ah, okay.
Had me kind of concerned. Maybe I did it wrong.
Yeah, no, I was just looking around, and the funny thing is that I noticed because I put the link out yesterday for today's, and I'll do today for tomorrow's, but it doesn't come up when I just go to YouTube. like yours or anybody else's. Your own videos don't come up on the search like that. You have to go into your channel and see them,
Right.
which, it's okay, I guess. Just one more step. But everything's looking good today. Yesterday I had a problem. It wasn't on one of the channels right away. I had to click it, and I don't understand why it keeps flipping off. When I set it up, I do both channels,
Right.
and I don't know why when you go live, it takes one off.
Huh. I don't know. That's interesting. I have no idea.
So where are you seeing these things to source?
Okay, so when I do most of my sourcing, I do Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, that's what I
Here,
figured.
here in Ohio, a lot of people, they just sell their stuff and they don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still in the dead of winter, so there's probably no flea markets or anything, right?
Well, there is. We have some indoors.
Oh, nice.
So like I go onto my phone and I go to the Facebook Marketplace and you see there's all kinds of neat stuff that people just get rid of for real cheap.
Okay. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Bad.
What are you drinking?
Good morning.
What are you
Coffee.
drinking, Lisa?
I'm having a bad my throat and my nose.
Oh,
What
What are
drink
you
it.
drinking? What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Iced coffee
No, just coffee.
out of a straw?
It doesn't stain your teeth that way. It goes past your teeth.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
A lot of people do that.
I've never seen it, so live and learn. So what are you up
Can
to
you put us
today?
on the rectangular picture instead of these really close up in our faces kind of pictures? Yay,
Yeah.
thank you. That's much better. I feel more comfortable now.
She doesn't like being squished.
No, it'll be like, so hi, Paul and Dolly. How are you doing today? Oh, my sinuses are terrible. There. Ooh, I got to come up with a cool background. Can you do that with any picture, or does it have to be a certain size?
No, any picture.
Yep. Any picture.
But I would assume the size would have to be like a certain resolution.
No,
Nope.
you can size it up whenever you choose it, because StreamYard does that.
But I mean, a lot of these people watch it on the big screen too, so they probably have to make sure it's a good enough quality to be seen on a big screen TV. No?
Mm-mm.
No, because you're looking at YouTube and on the internet, and typically images are only 72 DPI. I mean, I saved that image. It was 300 DPI, which means I could print it 8 feet by 12 feet if I wanted to. But I reduced it down a little to 200 DPI. So it's still good quality.
Oh boy.
So what are you doing this morning or today?
Try not to
Missed something
sneeze.
crazy.
Okay,
Huh?
it went away. I'm invoicing people from last night. And then
Oh, how did the auction go?
it went good. It went good. I sold
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
missed
different
it.
things as usual, you know.
I didn't miss the beginning or the end, but I missed in between.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, where is she? I don't see anybody complain about cookies anywhere.
Yeah, I missed the whole thing. So yeah, I have to myself. I'm going to be packing. I think everybody paid now, so I'll be packing and packing and packing.
Well, I had last night, and then I'm going to be on tonight, and then I'm going to be on Saturday, and then there's my auction on Sunday on my channel, and then I'll be on Monday next week. So at least I'll have a break next week. I'll be on Monday and Thursday next week, and that's it. So
Right.
that'll be a good break because right now I believe I'm getting sick. So I think the timing will be good that I could just get through the next 4 or 5 days, and then I can just like have Tuesday and Wednesday to just recuperate, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, thankfully I was only on Monday and I'm on Saturday.
Yeah, we're doing our round robin on Saturday again.
Yeah. So
No, it was good.
what
It
are
was
the
decent.
laws in Georgia where you are about auctions, online auctions? Good morning,
They're kind
Frenchie.
of they're kind of vague. They're kind of vague.
Yeah.
Um, T looked at mine just to be safe and everything. She goes, "No, you're good. You're good." So, because a lot of states they specify different things for online than they do for in person ones.
Right.
So, and then
Yeah.
some states don't have any regulations at all. It's all different. But I won't be living here hopefully for the next year, so I'll hopefully be in Pennsylvania if and I'm lucky. So I don't know. I have to see how that state is, but you know,
So you're definitely going to Pennsylvania?
I hope to eventually end up there. I might not be there right away when I leave. Um, it depends. Oh, it looked like death warmed over this morning. I feel like it too. I actually got
Wow.
up early this morning and I was still slow. Cold
What are the
outside.
laws in Ohio, Dolly?
Okay, so the laws in Ohio for online auctions, I could do it. There's no regulation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I told you gals before. I probably did, but I go to a live auction, two of them. One's in Orlando, and one's like 10 streets away from me. And I got to know him because um, when I have a house to sell and it's loaded with furniture or whatever, I'll have the people contact him, and he'll either clean it out, broom sweep it, give them a buyout price, or he'll take it all, put it on his either Friday or Saturday night auction, and as the stuff sells, he sends them money less his 35% commission. And so I've done that a lot with him. But he told me once, because when I was on with T a lot, I'd want to try to boost it up. I'd want to try to get more people in.
Hi,
So I would
Frenchie. How are you?
so I would
Yeah,
put
I've always loved PA for some reason. I've always been drawn to that state. I always liked it when I went to visit there. I've done a lot of activities there. I just like the state, the history, the people, the there's a lot of things to do there. The country. I mean, it's just I love it there. I was even a long time ago. I was looking at places by the Poconos because you could at that time you could get stuff really cheap by the Poconos, and you got that newsprint, sort of like the auto shopper, but it was for
real
selling
estate.
houses, in the newsprint thingy, size of a magazine, and there were some good prices, and there were a lot of like A-frame houses and cabins and stuff, and that's the kind of stuff I like. And you would get this stuff cheap because like if it was off season, it was just locals and like there was nothing. I want to be rural. I don't want to be urban. I just want a place with set back from a bunch of people and maybe run a little rescue animal rehab or something. I was thinking even a hospice for older animals that people don't want to adopt because of their age and they're just afraid how much time they have with them and everything. So you know, I mean, I'm talking down the road, so I just have to get there first, which means I have to get out of here first, which means I have to sell this stuff first. So, yeah, I don't mind the winters being rough. Just put me in a house with a fireplace and porch pickup for my packages, and just as long as I have internet, I'm happy. But I miss the Four Seasons, and I miss snowmobiling, and I know I can snowmobile in Pennsylvania. I want to go back to doing that again. And it's just somewhere I'm drawn to. I'd like to go visit the West Coast again, go up the coast of California again, and I did that back in 2006. And we're supposed to be there. My boyfriend at the time, we were supposed to be there for like a week, and we stayed for over 3 weeks because
Oh wow.
it was a very spiritual, just the nature out there. It was so calming and soothing to me to be there, and I took some of my best pictures I've ever taken ever there. It just everything just it spoke to me, but it's like I know I can't live there. I can't afford that.
Mhm.
So I'll pick Pennsylvania. I might visit other states, but there's other states on the West Coast and up north and stuff that I want to go see. And but right now, I just want to get out of here
We're the same way
when
here
I'm
in
not sick.
Florida. We're dying to get out of Florida.
I love it here. I have no complaints.
Well, that's good.
Other
That's
than
good.
I hate being in the city. That's the only problem.
It's not a good feeling when you're living somewhere and you're by yourself and you hate it here. Because all I did was move. I moved down here to be with somebody, and that didn't work out, and I just went out of here. There was no other reason for me to stay. I've never clicked down here. I can't. I'm not. It's not my type of
Atmosphere.
the people relating to the people here. It's not for me. It's just not for me. I mean, I've been here since 2011, and I still feel the same. I feel this is not the place I'm supposed to be. And you can feel that sometimes, you just know. You just go somewhere where you want to be. That's all. Life is too short. Don't sit somewhere where you're not happy or where you're always thinking of being somewhere else.
Wow. Well, thanks for bringing the channel down.
On another note, let's talk about sourcing now.
Right. Well, I originally wanted to talk about cross-posting and stuff like that. I am a ski patroller at a local ski resort. 2 days after I got back from Florida, I was thrown from the back of a snowmobile patrolling, concussion, bruises. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you go off trail and hit a tree?
Ooh.
Or did you hit a big rock or something? I was thrown from a snowmobile once too because I like doing the technical trails on a snowmobile. And my boyfriend at the time liked going 65 miles an hour across the frozen lake. I mean, I like that too, but I like doing the technical stuff, keeping it interesting, not just going like that.
Okay, cross posting.
Oh.
Let's go back to the topic.
I like the sourcing topic though.
But I already promoted cross-posting.
Okay, well, you guys talk about cross posting. I don't really I cross merchandise maybe.
What's the difference?
Because one's an antique booth, so I'm not posting it.
Oh, okay. Hello, Maricha. I sent you a private message if you want to come in and join us. Well, a lot of people lately have been talking about cross-posting listings to try to get more business, because it seems these days you need to be on more than just eBay or Amazon. And there's so many other places out there. There's Bonanza, there's Mercari, there's Poshmark, there's a ton. And it's, for the longest time, I guess there wasn't an easy way to do it. It was put your stuff on eBay, open up an eBay listing, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
Love you too.
And now as another visitor?
Yeah.
And now as it became more and more popular, there's more and more apps and programs coming out to help people cross post. So are you doing any, do you sell on more than one platform, Dolly?
I do. I sell on, like I said before, eBay, Mercari, Craigslist, and Facebook.
Okay, but none of the other.
No, I'm looking into doing Bonanza, but I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's terrible, Frenchie.
Hello, James.
I know how mine felt when I slipped off the trail and hit that tree. Wrecked the front of my, a little bit of the front of my one ski on my snowmobile too. Blade, whatever you call it. She said she hit a wall snow at night from a machine making snow that normally isn't there. Go figure. Able to work in lists. So Yeah.
Wow. Bonanza is easy imports all your eBay listings automatically, but frankly, I never sell anything there.
Hi, James.
Wow. Yeah, I heard about that Bonanza. Um,
Yes,
I
it's Frenchie.
I I think I have an account opened with all of them, Bonanza, Macari, Poshmark, and everything, but I don't have any listings on any of them. And for the longest time, well, not for the longest time, but since eBay, the last eBay open, hello DLC, um,
Hi, D.
List Perfectly came out, and they said, well, we have an app now, and it's going to help everybody cross list and cross post their listings, and it's going to be better than sliced bread or whatever like that. And let me see if I could just bring it up here.
D, this is Zeke. This is the eldest cat. This is my OG.
Wow.
Oh.
So this is List Perfectly. For the longest time since eBay opened, they had a backlog of people trying to get in. And I've been on the backlog forever since then, and since last July. And they were on, I think, Casey's show not too long ago and says, oh, we don't have a backlog anymore. And I asked, I said, well, why am I still not able to get in? And they said, well, just contact us and we'll get you in. So I've mentioned it a couple of times. I said, well, I'm not in a hurry actually to spend the money. Let's see if I can bring up how much it is. I think it's like $60 a month.
Ooh, that's an ouch.
Yeah, that's definitely an ouch.
Well, especially for somebody starting out and just wanting to, the Pro is $69 a month.
Ooh.
You can do it simple, but you're limited. Number of listings, 20, 50, or 100. And from what they said, those are saved listings. They don't save all your listings. What that actually means, I'm not really sure. I have never used an Excel file to upload listings to any platform. And for the minimum, you can't do the price, you can't do the SKU or UPC. So that kind of it's like, well, what good is it then?
Right.
Other than just cross-posting the listing, then you still got to go in, you got to put the size and weight, you got to put the UPC and the price in. So I guess the middle one, the 49, which is still a lot, $49 a month is still a lot. I mean, if you're selling a lot, then it's different. But man, $49 a month. And you can list on these: eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Macari, Tradesy, Grailed. Grailed, I've heard a lot of people having success on lately. I think that's just men's clothes.
I heard something about them. Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook Marketplace. I've never heard of this one. Relove and Depop. Depop, I've heard a lot too. I think that's media. So it helps you in one place get all those. Now, I don't care about Grailed and really I don't care too much about Posh because I'm trying not to do clothes anymore. Although they say Posh now is more than just clothes.
Okay, so James is saying Depop is vintage clothing.
Okay. I'm thinking of something else then. It's just media, CDs and stuff like that. But that's, I mean, I guess it works good. People are very happy with it. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. But then, if you do some looking around and you're on a lot of the sites or whatever, a lot of people are talking about cross-listed, which is another program/app that came out. And I'm sure as it gets more and more popular to get your stuff on more multiple places to sell that
Hello,
there'll be
Shane.
more
Hi,
and more
Shane.
people. Hello, Shane. But cross list it, their premium is $10 a month.
That ain't bad.
That's not bad at all. So I mean, I think I may try this. Although, granted, I only have 106 or 160 whatever it is listings on eBay now, because as you know, we do the auctions and I take the stuff out of there and put them at auction. Let me get back here. Oh no, Lisa likes full face.
That's what I heard.
Oh boy. So, oh, you just got that?
Yes.
I guess you're still not awake.
No, I'm not feeling well.
I have used all three of the big cross-posting tools. Here's the lowdown. List Perfectly is not the easiest to use and most polished, but lists to the most platforms. Ah, okay.
Hi, haberdashery.
Hello, DLC. Yeah, so I may try it, but Vendio is the most polished, but also does posh. I had Vendio for a while, and I thought they were expensive too. I don't know. I think what I'd like to do is just get my own, not a Shopify store, but something else. And my future with auctions, I'm not sure because I've already been approached once. Like, hey, you're a licensed real estate broker. You should know better. So I'm just trying to find out other things, other avenues if I have to go that way to get more sales. Because we only have one local flea market on a Saturday and Sunday, not in the greatest part of town here. It's in Orlando, deep in Orlando. But I've been there once. I lived here 16 years. I've only been there once. It was good, but I mean, rough part of town. Really rough part of town.
So James is asking, someone bothered you about the YouTube online auctions?
Yes. Yep.
Why would you be bothered about that? I mean, you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing.
In Florida, you need a license.
Oh.
The licensed auctioneer that I know personally, because he's done a lot of work for me to clear out homes and stuff like that. When I was starting to talk before Lisa took over, which is okay. I was trying to boost up the auction that I was going to be on with T. So I posted it on every page that I'm on in Facebook, and I'm talking local ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to his auction. It was either on the Friday or Saturday night. And he says, let me ask you a question. He says, I saw you doing this online auction. And I says, yeah. And he says, you should know better. He says, you don't have an auctioneer's license. He says, you're a licensed real estate broker. He says, you can get in a lot of trouble, It's like me doing real estate without a license.
Well, here's the thing.
You're not doing the auctioning, Paul.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
He's the auctioneer. It's on her channel. It's different. She doesn't have regulations on it. So she's auctioning your item.
Right. But what he says, and I told him that. I says, that's why we have a gal in New Jersey or Long Island that's doing the auctioning. He says, doesn't make a difference. He says, where are you shipping the product from? I says, well, my house. He said, that's right. That's where they're going to get you. So
each state is different, and it's where the residence of the auctioneer is when it comes to online auction. It's different. There's online auctions that are sites. Like some people have a website and they do an online auction on their website, sort of like eBay or all these other things. That's not in person. It's not you as a person doing it. So that's one part of it. And then there's online like this, which is actually a live person, but not in person. And then there's auctions that are in person where you live. So it's
Right.
all different.
True. True. But I'm investigating it to see what it is, and I've already asked him, and I said, "So how do I get a license?" To get an auctioneer's license, it's $1,500,
Ooh,
which
Each
was
state is different. Some you need like a 1 year apprenticeship. Another one you have to take a course with. You have to do 60 hours.
yep.
It depends where you live. It depends where. And if somebody's auctioning your stuff, you don't need an auctioneer license. Just
Mm-mm.
like if you went to, if I live in a certain state and I drove to Pennsylvania to bring my stuff to be auctioned off by a person in Pennsylvania, I don't need an auctioneer license to have somebody in another state auction off my stuff.
She's right. So as long as you do your research and know what you're doing, like
Yeah.
some states have regulations on the online auctions as well, and other states don't.
right.
So
Yeah, I just got to be very careful because like I said, like he said, I am licensed and they have all my information, my fingerprints and everything, and I just I have to be very careful. That's why I haven't done too much of the advertising of when I'm on the auctions on all these other Facebook channels that I'm on because
Yeah,
they're
but you're
local.
not the auctioneer. You don't have to worry about anything. You're the
No,
you're
you
the
do because I'm shipping the stuff. She's just facilitating the auction, but it's my stuff. It's more than just my personal property, especially when I sell like 3 of something or 4 of something or whatever. It's more than just my personal property, and hopefully I am making a profit no matter how small, but then it's leaving from Florida. It's leaving from my house or the post office in Florida. So if they want to get you, that's what they'll get you at. But I've checked across the country about taking an auctioneer's license. And he said, well, you could work for me for 2 years as an apprentice. He says, and that'll suffice your hours. Or he said, you could take a class, and the only one local is 2 hours away from me. And he said, it's 9 in the morning till 7 at night for 10 days straight, a lot of hours, and
yeah,
it's $1,500. There's one I think in Ohio that just started. They're $1,800. I wanted to see if I could get one in New Hampshire. At least that way I could stay with my son if it was cheap enough. There isn't. There's not that many auctioneers classes around in the country. I found the board of auctioneers in the United States, and I've emailed them, and they gave me a list of the schools that they recommend. There's other schools out there that they don't recommend. Hello, Uncle Bees. How are you?
oh, Uncle Bees.
And
Hi,
yeah,
Uncle Bees.
everybody's like between 1,500 and $1,900,
Ooh.
which is way more than I paid for my real estate license and my broker's license.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I still have the feelers out there, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know, James. It doesn't sound right because technically, if you're selling on eBay, okay, eBay's out of California. Paul's in Florida. They're selling his stuff on an auction listing.
She's right.
It's the same thing. You're not being an auctioneer. You are just the person that
Supplying.
is selling your stuff, but you're not auctioning it yourself. I really don't think this guy knows what he's talking about.
Well,
or
he's
maybe
a
you
licensed
understood
auctioneer.
it wrong, but it doesn't make any sense. If you're an auctioneer and you're auctioning somebody's stuff, that person does not need a license. That's the
Right.
whole point of going to having an auctioneer auction off your stuff. And
Right,
if that
but
was
when
the
you
case,
do that,
then everybody that brought their stuff to auction would have to have a license, and it's not going to happen. Then you might as well just do it yourself. Teddy,
right,
get down.
but
Get down.
when it would be different if, say, Joe is in Missouri and he's going to auction my stuff because he's a licensed auctioneer. He's going to do the auction, but it's my stuff shipped by me.
So what?
So and the money
He's
comes,
doing the auction, right?
but the money
Doing the
comes to
auctioning.
me.
He has nothing to do with shipping or where you live.
Well, and anyway, I put a couple of
You know, Dolly, do you understand? It doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense for what the guy's saying, because
No.
I know what you're saying, but I also know what Paul's saying. There is some states that do have regulations on online auctions, and you have to be careful.
Right.
So,
I mean,
I put a couple of email questionnaires out there to the board, and because I asked the local board, now God knows how long they'll take, if they ever will, to get back to me, and the what is it called, the Licensed Auctioneers Association of America, something like that. And I asked them. They answered right away when I asked about a school, but then I asked about,
exactly, James. That's exactly what I was explaining. Yes, that's what I mean. It doesn't make sense. He said he's a licensed auctioneer, so he has some skin in the game. He says, with that rationale, if you do an auction on eBay, you would need to be an auctioneer since you're shipping from Florida for that, which is not true.
Right. Well, that's what I put all this. I put everything I could. I thought about or whatever. I put it in there. I showed them that, the online auctions and stuff. I'm paying my taxes. I'm not charging the people taxes, but I'm paying them. So I'm giving them as much proof or whatever as I can to show that, hey, I'm legit. I'm doing this the right way, or I want to make sure I'm doing this the right way, and give me some guidance. So, like I said, maybe they will, maybe they won't. They could take months before I hear anything.
right.
But anyway, thanks for your input, everybody, on it. And if you're on, I forgot to mention though, but if you're on the Facebook side, please come over and join us on YouTube so everybody could see your posts.
James, if you put a link in, a link won't work if you're not a wrench.
So you have to deduct sales tax. Oh yeah, you have to pay your sales tax on sales.
James tried to put a link in, but he can't because he's not blue. He said that link, if you can see it, will take you to the state of Florida Word document on auctioneers.
Yeah, I was just reading it.
Okay. Where did he put it? In the YouTube?
He can't put it on the chat because he's not wrenched. If you put a link in and you're not wrenched, it doesn't show up. He needs to be blue, Paul.
I know.
Do you know how to do that from here when we're doing it?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
You do it? Do you do it in StreamYard or no?
No, you do it on
your. You have to go into the YouTube chat and you click on the 3 dots next to his name.
You guys, I have to go, so I gotta go take care of my dad. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Dolly, I have to get with you later about our stuff, okay?
Okay.
So we can still
Thank you for coming in.
Get that done.
You're welcome.
Bye, Dolly.
See you later.
Bye, Dolly. Well, here, let's do the nice thing.
No. No.
Okay, James, you're in there. Okay. That link takes you to the full law book on auctioneers. Oh, okay.
James, you have to repost it though. So it shows now that you're blue, you have to repost it and it'll come up.
Wow, there's a big lag already, huh, this morning?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, Dolly's still on.
Oh, wow. But
Wow.
they said bye, Dolly, in the chat, so.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, the link.
That's for you to save.
Thank you, James. I will save it so I can review it. Beautiful. So, what is everyone else doing this morning? Please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed. Subscribe to Lisa's YouTube channel if you're not subscribed. We both could use the subscriptions and the hours. I know there's a big lag already this morning. DLC listing. James is going to be listing. Yeah, I'm going to be packing. Which I get distracted.
You can invoice these people today because I'll be having another one tonight. I might just wait till after tonight to see if they buy something else.
Yeah, that's what I did I was with you, right? Sunday?
Yes.
And then Monday I was with T. And so I decided that, all right, I'm not going to invoice anybody until Tuesday in case you buy something else. And that's the way I did it.
Yeah, it saves me the trouble of sending again and again and again. So I'd rather just wait the day. It's the next day. It's no big deal.
Right. And then it's easier because like I had to do once. Remember I sold those yes, Maricha, yes, to answer your question. You remember the knives I sold?
Yes.
I forgot about them because there was so many that I didn't write them in the book. So I had to go back and edit a couple of invoices, which was fine. It's just like if you did it on Sunday and then Monday, you'd have to go and redo the invoices all over again. Whereas if you just had to send them one, it's great. One box, one invoice. Same. eBay and I think she meant Posh are still doing well for me. A lot of people are saying it's been slow. I know it's been slow for me on eBay because I haven't attended to my listings. Typically, and I'm going to say this before the auctions, before I got involved in the auctions, I would go on twice a week and touch every listing on eBay and adjust it. Either remove it and sell similar, adjust the title, adjust the price, adjust the shipping, free shipping, no shipping. And I would do that, and then that would get sales. And I know Lisa was saying that, let's see if I can bring it up here. Excuse me. I'm just waiting to get my eBay up. James said it's been slow for me, even with 540 listings. Posh has been better, and Macari. eBay, I sell stuff, but nothing like last year. Yeah, I don't have. I have like an eighth of what I usually have. Zeke is a love bug.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, all right. I was going to say, what's Zeke?
He's a snuggler. Yes, he's a snuggler. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes.
Let me.
Believe it or not, he was feral. This is my first rescue. He's my first rescue when I first moved down here in 2011. And the animal control was going to put him down because he was considered unadoptable. And so I worked with him, and he's just this big mush now.
Wow. That's cool. How many cats do you have?
I have 5.
Oh, wow. So
They're all rescues.
Lisa was saying she was having success sending offers. And typically I would too. But what I've done now 2, 3 times is I'll go to send offers. It says I have 37. And I'll go in and look at the 37 of what they are. And I
It takes a
know
lot of patience, D. A lot of patience.
what people are just going to want is they're going to want a better price. So if that's what it's going to take, I don't like the fact that you can send an offer to the person or persons, like this would be 2 people. You have 48 hours to wait. I would rather just go in here and reduce the price by $1 and see what happens.
I think we should be able to choose the duration of the offer since we're the one making the offer to the watcher. I think we should be able to choose if it's 24 hours or 48 hours.
I would love that. And I think I've asked eBay that once before. They said, yes, you can. It's in your settings. And I said, well, I can't find it. Like the nice thing too is this comes up and it tells you
Hi, Rachel.
how much how much the going rate is. So I'm still higher than that, but I'm okay with that.
To me, it also depends how much I paid for the item. You know,
Yep.
you could have something worth $80 and, you know, you don't want to make it $80 the same as everybody else. You want to make it a little bit lower. And then plus, if you see that you have watchers, you know how you can even go lower than that. You know,
Right.
it depends on what you paid for it. So sometimes you just say, you know what, I only paid $5 for this. And if I can let it go for 60, I'll let it go for 60, then have it sit there longer. You know, then I could take that money and get other stuff that I know can sell faster or whatnot.
Right. Exactly. Like I have a ton of hats left. Good morning, Lisa. No problem.
Okay, bye, Frenchie. Thanks for coming in.
Bye, Frenchie. Yeah, so I like doing it this way, just reducing the price here instead of submitting offers, because to submit an offer, only those 1 or 2, or in this case 3 people are going to get that offer, where if I reduce the price, everybody will see it.
But when they get sent an offer and say there's 3 people,
yeah,
when they get that offer, it says the seller has sent you an offer, but we also have sent it to 2 other people. So that's making them say, oh, well, I better get this offer because if I don't get it, somebody else might.
Right. Well, typically what I do,
like,
you know, where it tells you what you can say to them on the bottom when you're doing the offer. Like, I'm not going to do this one, but right here, here's your chance to get the item at a great price. I will take that out and say, you know, I'm sending this special offer to all of you who are interested. Good luck. May the fastest bidder win. So I try to put a little sense of urgency on it. Try to make it seem to them that they are not the only one looking. And sometimes it does work. It definitely does work. But yeah, I can just keep going down and just changing the price on everything. And like, you know, I wish they would change it where, yeah, we could, you know, just put in the offer is only good for 8 hours. The offer is only good till 5 o'clock tonight or something like that.
Then that creates more urgency for them, you know?
Right.
Hey, decide now, you know. Because then sometimes if it's 48 hours, they wait till later and then they forget about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. And then like it expires because they just totally forgot about it because they knew they had 2 days to think about it.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. And here's Maricha. No, Maricha's camera. There she is.
Good morning.
Good morning. Maricha, are you this comfortable or are you
No.
It's comfortable.
No,
I love when Lisa's reaction's hilarious.
that's terrible. Terrible.
So Shane is saying, I take more offers now. Too many times I have gotten greedy and not accepted an offer and still on the item for another 6 months. Sales are good. Uncle B's just hit 900 listings. Wow. Now, yeah, I mean, there's two ways of thought on that, Shane. You sometimes you're greedy or whatever, like you had stated, but I heard this from, I think it was Jason said this. He says, somebody makes you an offer on one of your listings. That's opening a dialogue that says, hey, this person is really interested in your item. So then you make the determination, I've had it for 6 months, I've had it for 8 months or whatever. Do I want to sell it? Do I just want to break even? Or do I want to sit on it for how long it ever takes to get my money? So at least you have a feeling, you have a knowledge that somebody's putting an offer in that is interested in your product. You want to sell it and move on to the next one, and like James, I won't go real lowball. And that's the other problem I see too, is people really lowball. They get something at $20, they offer you $2 or $3. Sometimes I get an offer saying, an offer price that doesn't even cover shipping if I have free shipping. I saw somebody's response once, and it says, let's see, they put a lowball offer on one of their products, and the person says, okay, address. And the person said, okay, something to this effect. And the address was a comedy club. They said, yeah, I want to see, the rest of your jokes. I forget how they actually worded it, but I thought that was pretty cool. That's exactly right, James. Profit is profit. Yep. Do you want the slow nickel, the fast nickel, or the slow dime? I started charging for shipping. Really makes offers easier to accept. That's true too, because at least your shipping's covered. And I've done both. I've done free shipping. I've done charge for shipping. What about you, Maricha?
I charge shipping, calculated shipping, but I really am trying to do like a flat rate shipping, depending on the size.
Right.
And the weight, like a certain amount costs so much.
Yep.
Because it just seems like there's some kind of connection issue with the pricing with calculating shipping and eBay.
I have had that.
And it's driving me crazy.
Well, one way I have gotten, I think, over that is when you list, you put the size of everything and the weight. Like I have my regular scale, but then I have a small postal scale.
Mm-hmm.
I have that next to me when I'm shipping. So I'll weigh the product. And if it weighs 10 ounces, I boost it up to like 13, 14 ounces. Because then I figure the box is at least a couple of ounces, and then it's going to give me an ounce or so leeway. If the thing's going to take a big box and it weighs a pound, I may go 1.75 pounds, to do that to help.
Right. I actually went through and we measured all our boxes and weighed them so that we can determine like a better guesstimation,
Yeah.
And so a couple of boxes we know are only going to be like 4 ounces, especially if it's under a pound.
Right.
Over a pound, sometimes a box weighs more than the freaking thing,
Exactly. Yeah, because I have some product that I ship in double line boxes, and those boxes are extremely heavy.
Right.
Rachel said, I missed a bit of what you said yesterday. Yes, it is. If you're talking to me, Dolly was answering too.
Dolly. Dolly.
The biggest thing I do to help is start charging for shipping. Dolly's still with us. Have people offer selling for 700, only offer 50. I don't respond to them. Respond, Dolly. If you have something that's selling for 700 and they offer 50, say, yeah, 699, you can have it. Um, you know, I
You
missed
know
it.
what you know what I really hate about the sending offers?
Yeah.
Is that me? That's not my computer, right?
What was
Echoing?
that?
Is that my computer echoing?
Could be.
Okay. Well, when you send yeah, I hear myself. Hold on. Maybe it's when you send someone an offer, why does
Yeah.
it take 48 hours? Why do I have to wait 48 hours?
Yeah, Lisa and I were talking about that earlier. I had called eBay on it once, and they said, no, in your settings, you can adjust that. And I
Where?
said, I've looked. I can't see where it is. So, but I had already asked them two other questions, and I just wanted to get off the phone. So I said, okay. So that's why I'll just go in and reduce the price myself. So it'll go to everybody and not just those two or three watchers you have on
Well, so
something.
with that, when I do send the offers and I know that I'm about to run a sale, I'll send
Yeah.
them a dollar or two cheaper than when I know what my sale is going to run. So then I run the
Right.
sale. So the people that are still getting the low that are watching and I'm not sending,
Yeah.
they might
Yeah.
get
I mean,
10%, and the other person gets 11. So.
right. Lisa, you didn't fall asleep, did you?
What?
No?
She's so cozy.
I said, Lisa, you didn't fall asleep, did you?
No, I'm answering somebody in a text.
Okay. Rachel says, oh, Poshmark has so much lowball offers. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things with Poshmark. I hear people talk about it all the time. Oh, I have to share my closet. I have to like other people's closet. And the more you like and the more you share, the more sales you could possibly get.
Yeah, I'll go in there maybe once a day, maybe to share
Yeah.
and like just for a few
Sounds like a lot
minutes.
of work.
But I've sold stuff on Poshmark, but I just don't get the notifications. I've missed so many like offers because I don't go
Oh,
in there
wow.
that much. I go in at least every other day or so.
Wow.
And then
Yeah,
I've
it
had
seems like a lot of
offers
work.
and I can't even respond to them because they're gone.
Wow. Oh, Lisa, I wanted to ask you about this. I don't know if you could see this. Some of them are coming off. These are like mini patches.
Right?
Do you know what they're from?
No.
Um,
Why are the thumbs
they're,
red?
they're sticky backed.
Oh, look at that. And they got little nail paint. Oh, is it like a lighter? Like a fire?
Could be. I don't know.
Or is it nail
I
polish?
I went to an estate sale, and this gentleman was an Air Force pilot,
Hmm.
and I bought these things are all over the place now. I bought some of his Air Force patches, and these were in the box. And I said, "Well, they look like almost like Facebook thumbs up."
Yeah. With nail
So
polish.
yeah, so I bought them,
Hmm.
and I don't know what they're from, but they're very small. I didn't know if you had seen them before, but that's it. seems weird to make a.
I don't know. Maybe it Matt.
I mean, they are embroidered. They're pretty cool. They're very detailed, but never saw them before. Anyway, what else is happening? What are your plans today, Maricha?
I am going to list. I have
Seems
to,
like
and I'm gonna cross post too.
okay.
I'm gonna try list perfectly. And you know what I'm having a problem with is because there's so many edits I have to do on my listings that I seem like I can't get higher because they're like, oh, you need to fix this or refresh this. That I'm constantly touching the same 400 and it's driving me crazy. It's like I just want them
Morning,
gone
Lisa.
and move on.
Uh, Good morning, Lisa. On which platform was that?
eBay.
eBay. Okay. Now you're gonna do list perfectly. Have you checked out the other platforms that we would? I don't know if you saw we were talking about it earlier.
No, I haven't.
Um,
Like right now, I
because list,
cross listed Bonanza.
yeah, list perfectly is. I think the pro was $49. The pro is $69. The middle one, which seems to do okay, is 49. But then there is this one. Let me see if I could share it with you again. Bink. Cross-listed. I've been on a few different boards, and you're just doing a search for who's cross-posting. And this one's only $9.99, and people are liking it. And it does everything. My big thing, man, if you have to get the full version of List Perfectly, $69. I can think of a lot of other things I could spend $69 on.
Well, that's if you want to manage it. Like I could see if you want to get it and manage it through list perfectly, but I'm just going to use it to transfer it. Like
okay.
I'm just going to transfer because I know I'm not going to be able to like I have 400, right? There's no way I'm going to be able to transfer 400 and then list it all those different places like overnight. It's probably going to take me batches of 5 to 10 at a time. So the one thing that appeals to me is that there's a bunch of sites, so at least I could get it on there, and then going forward, I could do my own.
Yeah, I don't have anything on Posh. I don't have anything on any other platform other than Amazon and eBay. I have a couple of things on Facebook Marketplace.
I connected to Bonanza, and I didn't have my store open. I just connected so I can export the data, so I can review what my information is because when you do it on Bonanza, they give you how much the weights and the sizing you did for your shipping, which for some reason it's a big mystery. No one can give you this information. It's like a big thing. Like I'm like, okay, just can we have access to it? There, I don't understand. So and I want to check my shipping, because that seems to be some of my issues at one time I want to check. So I didn't make a store. I just would use it to refresh and get an updated listing. Well, a couple months ago, I accidentally hit make my store live. I was like, oh my God, because I didn't want to manage it. And I was like, no one says any sales happen here. So, because I was I have a store on Etsy and I have a store, Poshmark, Macari. I do Facebook a lot. And so when I saw List Perfectly did all those few, I was like, well, then I could just at least get things bulk uploaded on that.
Yeah, James says the basic plan on List Perfectly the basic plan work on List Perfectly for cross posting. You don't need the pro to simply cross post. Okay.
Because if you want to save, like if you want to save your information on the platform, like so you can have all your listings done.
Yeah.
Like with the basic, you can save 20 at a time, and then you can remove them and add your next 20.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't really. Unless you
Rachel
really
and
want to manage from there.
Yep, Rachel and DLC are talking about something on Posh. I lost the conversation though. If
But I
one
got
of
a
you
couple
want to,
sales. I got a couple sales on Macari, Bonanza, and Poshmark the same time frame. All of a sudden, some of them I didn't see for 2 weeks because I never checked
wow.
Bonanza.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got to know to check it.
And
Lisa says it's weird that I am staring obsessively at Lisa's cat. How friggin' adorable.
very cute.
Oh, we lost him.
Where'd she go?
Okay. I don't know. He got rid of us.
Oh, he was gonna zoom in on you.
Oh,
I was
he didn't do it
trying.
quite right.
Oh, so cute.
He's like, what's up? What are you doing?
That
What is-
light, that light.
Yeah. Chilling.
You
Fighting to stay awake. Yeah.
were so funny last night, Lisa, because Chris was showing all that stuff. I was like, she's gonna scream again. What are you
I
showing
know, it's
up for?
terrible. What are you doing, Paul?
I was getting rid of the
He moved you.
shared screen. I was going to say if DLC or Rachel wants to come on and explain what they're talking about, that would be cool. We could have a little Poshmark, hit the little thing on the closet thing to do this thing and that thing. We could do that.
What's your cat's name?
This is Zeke.
Zeke.
Zeke. This is Zeke. I actually rescued him before I even moved down here when I knew I was coming down here. I actually had a rescue him from the animal control for me. And some lady was nice enough to pay the fees.
Nice.
To save him. There's a lot of groups on Facebook, you know, rescues and stuff like that. And then another lady was willing to foster him for a month before I came down here. And then when I came down here, it was like the day before my birthday, and my boyfriend at the time that I moved down here to be with, he says, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" I said, "I want to go get my cat." So we drove 2 hours south to go pick him up.
Wow.
And he was totally feral. He wanted nothing to do with people. He didn't want to be touched. I made a little box. I'm like, "Welcome home, Zeke." I made a box into a house for him, and all he did was stay in the box. And you try to reach in to pet him, and he would, you know, grab your finger. You know, don't touch him. And for like 2 months, we would have the door to his room open, and he wouldn't even come out of the room even with the door open. And then one night in the middle of the night, I was sleeping, and I was facing the doorway to my bedroom, and he was in the furthest bedroom. It was like a ranch house, so it's just like that one long hallway.
Right.
And I saw him come out and peek into the bedroom, and I woke up. I was bawling my eyes out.
Oh.
And I'm like pushing my. I'm like, "He's awake. He's here. He's in the doorway.
He's like, "I'm going now. You're a little crazy."
It was awesome. He was right there in the doorway to the bedroom, and it was one of the most wonderful moments that he actually left his room. It was great. It took a lot of work.
I'm sorry, Rachel, I put the link in the chat. Just click on the link.
Come here, Sadie. Let me show you my baby. Come here. Come here. You want a cookie? You want some? You want some of this? Come on. Look, you want to be on camera? Come, you gotta come up here. This is my baby.
Oh, cool.
She doesn't like the camera. She seems to know when the camera's on. She's got these huge ears. Sadie.
Wow.
Oh, you're so cute. Show your ears. Come on. Show them. There they are.
Wow. That's cool.
There she goes. See how big they are?
Oh, here we go.
I think I figured it out.
Hello, Rachel.
Hi,
Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
How are you, Rachel?
hi, Lisa. Hi. I don't know who tired one is.
That's Maricha.
I'm Maricha.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Junkie
I'm
Beauty Girl.
Paul.
I like that. Sorry, I'm exhausted. Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a rough few weeks. So
So what were you talking about on Poshmark?
okay, so if I can explain, I think it's additional addition.
She hears herself.
I do. Let me. Can I mute
Oh
it?
yeah,
I thought it was me.
No,
I
turn
thought
the
it
YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, turn the volume of that off.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then I don't hear you guys, but
You don't?
I don't have YouTube on. Do you have YouTube on, Paul?
Yeah, but the volume's off. I have it on my other screen, but the volume's off. And the funny thing is, man, Rachel hasn't even come on yet. That's how bad the lag is this morning.
But I hear her.
Yeah, I can hear her.
Is it you, Lisa? Do you have YouTube?
No, I pop out my YouTube chat and then I mute my YouTube on the screen, the YouTube screen, and then I close the YouTube altogether. I just have the chat popped up.
Well, Rachel, what were you trying to tell DLC about Poshmark?
okay. So it's like an extension to the app of Poshmark.
Okay. I don't think you
Repeating.
have to have an account, right? To get into to see that. Rachel?
Well, you have to have a Poshmark closet.
Right, but I was going to bring it up, but I don't have an account.
So can I do that? I don't know how to do that for you.
You can go under share screen.
Yeah, do you have a link on the bottom that says share screen?
Share screen. Like share screen. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
All right, click that and let's see if it, or you have to bring up Poshmark first. And we'll go into Poshmark and see if it works.
All right, let's see. I have Poshmark.
All right, and what happens when you hit share screen?
I know. I'm like, I hit the share screen, but
So you have to select which window you want to share when it pops up. You probably have a bunch of them, right?
such a lag. No, I just have you two, you guys up, and Poshmark.
So when you hit share screen, does it give you options? Because I don't think.
Chrome tab. Yep, got it. Okay, I'm figuring it out. There we go.
Okay.
All right, can you guys see that? Now
No,
I
not
can't
yet.
see you.
I
No,
think
we
because
don't-
the screen setting, because there's 4 of us in it. So I think you have to change the view.
Okay.
Paul.
Me?
Yeah, see how there's 4 of us? I
Yeah,
think
but
only 3.
it doesn't even come up as an option though to
Let me take my camera
Look at
off.
me. You see everything. I see nothing. And then you see me.
let's see. Yeah, my options are limited now when 4 people.
Okay.
Look, I think you just figured it out. Yeah, so there's only could be 3 people. So one of us has to go in the studio in the back. Hey, put me in the back. Lisa.
It says that I'm sharing my screen, so
Yeah, I don't see it. It's not showing. Yeah, it's not showing.
where'd Lisa go? Where'd everybody go?
All right.
Such a lie.
Well, anyway, we tried. I think it's just something we have to work on.
Okay.
But can you elaborate a little on what you were telling DLC?
Yeah, so I think it's an extension of the app for Poshmark. It's a little bit, you have to download it.
Okay.
Hi, T.
Hello, T. All right. I didn't want me as the big. I wanted Rachel as the big. Oh,
So it's a cute little, looks like a policeman, and you download it, and it attaches to your bar at the top of the computer.
Mhm.
And then you just tap it, it opens your Poshmark. And then
so
when you press it, it gives you the option to share to your friends or party. And it allows you to do 100 pictures a day by just pressing the one button.
So it's
oh
just
wow.
like allows you to share it, not like it list it, right? But share them. Did you hear?
Did you hear that, Rachel? Rachel. Rachel.
Is she
No,
muted?
not listed. It's just allowing you to share because the key is the more shares that you do, the more
Right.
the pictures pop up in the parties and the sales and stuff.
Okay.
So
So
we'll
is
do
this
100 at a time.
is this a Chrome extension?
It sounds like it's a browser extension. I think she's lagging. Or
Yeah.
we're lagging.
I think she's listening to us on the YouTube instead of on the StreamYard.
Yeah, you
might
need to
be muted.
listen
Oh,
to
that's
one.
true. That's true. Hold on. That's true.
Ah, now we find the
But
culprit.
then I can't hear you.
You hear us better now? No, not yet.
You might have to change your your speaker.
Do I just close out the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, close out
you
the
could.
YouTube. Pop out the chat from YouTube, and then close out the YouTube that's showing the video of us. Just get rid of that, and then just watch us on the StreamYard where you
There we
came
are.
in.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so much better. Sorry.
No problem.
Whoops, first
So,
time.
is this an extension for Chrome? Is it a browser extension for Chrome?
It came up on the Poshmark itself, and it said it was a new like a new ad. So if I wanted to download it, I could. So it's called the Closet Pilot.
Closet, because DLC was asking where did you get it?
So it just came up like an ad on my Poshmark while I was trying to put things up. And so I downloaded and it sits on the top of the like at the bar on the top of my screen all day long. And then if I want to just press it, it opens up the Poshmark, and then it gives me the opportunity to choose if I want to share to a party, to the viewers, Facebook, whatever. But you can only do 100 pictures a day for free.
Oh wow.
So what happened is like I started Poshmark like a long time ago, and I met this girl who's an ambassador for Poshmark. She has like 100,000 followers or whatever. And the key to the Poshmark is that you have to share to all the parties that you can share to, period. But the most important party is the very last party of the day, which is what they call, like, they'll call it the chic party or the whatever party or whatever, but you can share your entire closet. For me, that last party, the last party is at 10 o'clock at night. So it depends where you live, what time that party shows up. So that was the key for me to start getting sales. But I sell makeup on there a lot of makeup. I sell some clothes, but mostly makeup and other things.
Sounds like a lot of work.
At the beginning, it was a lot of work, but once you did it, then you stayed at that status. So, like, I shared 6,800 times. It helped. It helps, but this little assistant helps all day long.
Wow.
Just one little button. So, where I'm not having those sales on eBay, I'm trying to get sales on Poshmark too.
Well, hey, I know everybody's trying to do it. Everybody's trying to boost up sales any way they can.
Yeah, it's tough because there's a lot going on. I mean, I had surgery, and then my mom fell right before Christmas, and we're now having to put her in hospice. And
I'm sorry to hear.
where my sister said the funeral expenses were all paid for, they're not. So there's just a lot to build up and try to get, like, to a certain point where, I can sustain myself a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you there. Good morning, Francesca. How are you today?
I lost my job in September.
Oh, hi. You lost your job in September? Yeah, I became disabled about 5 years ago, and I've had umpteen million surgeries. I can't even tell you. So, like,
Really?
having no income and that stability is, like, scary.
Well, the thing is, I was doing kind of okay, and I was at my job, and I just gave my, like, 2 weeks to say I'm going part-time because I was going to do eBay part-time because I was doing good enough to try to make that switch because I hated where I worked. And then I was let go. And then because of that, because of the situation that happened when I was let go, they suspended my unemployment payment for 2 weeks. So, and at the same exact time, eBay Glitch Bay started.
Hi, Arthur.
Where everything, like, stopped. They had all those makeup. And I've been trying to catch up ever since. And then we went through, like, my landlord was going to evict us. And so we had to catch up with that. And so we finally caught up with that. We're back, like, we're, one paycheck away from having to move out. But it's like, come on, eBay, somebody give me a break. Like, it's trying to catch up. But exactly when I needed eBay, it just chunked down. I was like, you are just kidding me.
I found this little niche that I'm just starting. That's why you saw that $799 thing on my closet yesterday. There's 2 people who have a lot of high-end collectibles and stuff like that who don't know anything about computers. And I was approached by 2 different people, like, oh, do you want to try to help me? And I'll give you, like, 20% of the sale or whatever. So I decided I would take them both on and see, how it goes, because any percent is better than nothing at this point. So they're not my items. They're, like, consigned items to me. So I'm just doing that to see if I can make extra money. I just sold, like, a $400 pair of shoes the other day, but, that was kind of, where those high-end things come in. I don't own those high things. But this other person I haven't listed yet has, like, the most amazing collectibles. I've never seen anything in my life. He has, like, literally a black box from an airplane, like, airplane parts and all kinds of stuff. So it should be fun. Huh?
What state are you in?
Florida.
Oh, whereabouts?
Yeah, down in South Florida, down by Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Too expensive. I'm looking to move north because it's way too expensive. I can't live off a disability here.
I hear.
I don't even have a kitchen. I live in a room.
Oh, wow. I hear you there. I'm going through about the same thing.
I saw someone who listed on Facebook about doing that listing for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just extra income. If it's a high-end item, it sells and it's 10%, 20%.
Right. I used to do that way back when I first started, I used to be what eBay called it those days, a trading assistant. I would not only teach how to do eBay, but I would sell things for other people. And definitely, my only concern with people doing it is I feel you need to hold on to the stuff because you're going to have to
Oh
take
yeah,
pictures. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to have to take pictures of it and everything, and you're going
That's
to
why I
have
only
to
do.
ship it.
Yeah, that's why I only do 1 or 2 items at a time because I don't have any storage space. But yeah, I have to hold on to the stuff too because unless you trust, you know,
Yeah, don't
unless you have
rely
their
on
bank
anybody to
account,
ship it because
right?
that's your account.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got my top rated status back, but if I start saying I'm going to ship in 1 day and the stuff doesn't go out for 3-4 days,
I
I
know.
could lose that right away.
That's true. True.
But I mean, a lot of people are responding in the chat.
And I
And
don't see that. So tell me.
well, I mean,
Oh, 'cause you have to click
Francesca
on
was
the
saying
top.
it. Yeah, Francesca is saying it was hard to find a job, and she's applied to a few places. And then Uncle B's had a few surgeries. And Arthur Leslie
Okay.
says, in the meantime, Poshmark is collecting more data on you.
Oh, that's true.
But I mean, no, I've been with T and Donna doing auctions and stuff. Maybe February is my 3rd month. And then doing some live chats, getting to know people that come to the auctions and stuff. And there's a trend that, you know, and I have to put myself in it too, is like people are on disability. Now, I am not yet. I am working on it, but the paperwork, and it sucks that in this country we have to get an attorney to do that for us.
500 times. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
For
mean,
what? Disability?
yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, it did take me 3 years, but I learned a lot during the process of how to, why and how to get it. And I had to go for, I mean, I had to go in front of a judge, a hearing at the end of the
Yep.
day. There is a lot of people that are suffering. The problem also is I'm going to turn 50 in 3 weeks, and there's no alternative help between the young disability and being 55 and older. So you get what you got, and you're lucky if you get a few food stamps, and then you're supposed to be able to survive on $1,100 a month. You know, where when you're 55 and older, you can get a little bit less, um, cost of living because they'll help you and stuff like that. But in the end, it's just a supplement. You can't live off of it. You have to find
Exactly.
something alternative like this.
Exactly. And I mean, so I hate it, but if my wife wasn't working, I mean, we'd be in some real trouble.
Yeah.
And I hate it that she has to be the breadwinner these days.
Oh,
It's embarrassing. I hate it, but
don't be embarrassed. People, you know.
I try to tell that to my husband too, not to be upset about it, you know, because he gets upset about it. But
yeah,
I can understand that, you know.
right. I mean, I've done so much and like that, but I know I'm going to be 61 in a couple of months, so still not able to retire yet. But
No.
you know, I'm going in for another procedure next Thursday.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll work. But if not, I have to wait for a couple of more procedures.
What did
But
you end up doing, Paul? What you hurt yourself?
nothing. I got old. It's the only
Oh.
thing. Every doctor, every surgeon. What were you playing football? Were you in a car accident? No, nothing. I have 3 herniated discs in my neck. Used to be 1, now it's 3 that are pressing against my spinal cord.
Yeah.
And I have 2 herniated discs in my lower back. Of course, you know.
How far from Tampa are you?
An hour.
So the best
I'm
spine
30
doctor in
I'm 30
Florida
minutes.
is in Tampa.
I'm 30 minutes from Walt Disney World.
Oh.
But I've seen, and I don't want to get into talking about medical because it seems like
Yeah. It
it
depresses
always
it.
comes around to
Me
that.
too.
But And a lot of people are saying about the disability and
I
stuff like
wish I could see these things.
So on the right hand side of your screen, it
Yeah.
says private chat. Click next to it. It says live comments.
I'm on the live comments.
Oh, well,
Let
I
me
think a
see.
couple of the people are on Facebook
Oh,
too,
okay.
and you don't see those. Only I
Yeah.
can see those. But yeah, I mean, I started this morning coffee chat to not only try to build up my hours on YouTube and not only to try to build up my YouTube channel, but to help too. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I have knowledge. Now, granted, I started eBay way before it was eBay, but I let it go, brought it back, let it go, brought it back, and now I've always loved it. I've always loved the thrill of the hunt, as they always say. So now I want it to be probably my last job and my source of income.
Yeah.
So if I could help people on the way too, that would be great. So maybe what I should do, or what we all should do, is get together and try to help each other build our sales on online platforms, not only eBay and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And maybe I could bring on some other people, like a person that's really good. I know a person that's really, really good on Poshmark, and other platforms. And maybe we could all help each other to build our business and do it that way. Hello, Glenn. Glenn, come on over to YouTube and you could share chats with everybody.
You
So yeah,
live kind of in the middle of Florida where they have all those old school flea markets and old school antique shops and stuff like that. Like there's a lot over on 50 that way. There's a lot of like when you take the long way across the state.
yeah,
Yeah, you have a lot. And down here we have like the swap shop, which is, all indoor flea market, but then they rent out the outside and people just bring truckloads of stuff. They don't even know what they're bringing. They just want the money.
right,
So it's good sourcing, but my problem is always I've got $20-$30 to source with every month and that's it. So like if I do find something, it's kind of hard for me to get it.
right. Well, the I am. I mean, I could walk to the Orlando border here, so southeast Orlando. There is one flea market close by, and close by for me is 45 minutes. It's in the Orlando Fairgrounds. Sketchy part of town, definitely. Like I was telling everybody earlier, I've lived here 16 years, only been to that once, and that was a few months ago. It was good, but extremely sketchy part of town.
You know what I
Every time I drive back home, I see this huge flea market on the left at Daytona. It's enormous. I've never been, but
It would take days to go through.
I would love to go to see what
Yeah.
it's like and what they have there. But yeah, when I used to go down, my friend used to live in Delray Beach, and I would go down every once in a while to see him. And I have since sold his home, and he went back to Massachusetts. But there were a few indoor flea markets down there that looked pretty good. The funny thing is, when I went home last year. I hit an estate sale on the way, so the back of my truck was full. I bought out a whole lot of Transformers and Star Wars toys, and I asked my son. I said, "Do you want to do a flea market?" And he says, "Yeah, I haven't done one since he was a young kid." So I did a flea market while I was back home. It was great. Sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe
I
should
think
look
I'm going to
into
end up having to get a table also at the flea market to get rid of. I have just too much stuff for the space that I'm in and stuff that I can't even list because it would just take forever. So so I might get a space over there too.
yeah.
It's only $15 for the day. So
Yeah, when I did the one at my son's place in New Hampshire, it was $10 or $10 for one day, or 15 if you wanted to do a Saturday and Sunday.
yeah.
And it was good. It was really good. I liked it.
2 years ago, I had turned my carport into a flea market shop. So I basically, instead of having a regular yard sale, I set
Yeah.
up everything like it was a store, and I put up like I put fans in there because it's hot outside, right?
Yeah.
And I hung up curtains on the walls. Everything was staged to look like a store because it's perceived value,
Right.
look better than
Exactly.
it cost more. So I ended up having it one weekend, and it went so well. We continued and did it the whole summer.
Wow.
And it was like
Nice.
even during the weekday, and just people are like, "Are you open tomorrow?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Oh wow.
Nice. Nice.
See, we can't do that here. We're only allowed 2 yard sales a year, and you have to get a permit.
Where
Yeah,
do
so
you live,
that's
Lisa?
like-
Because you talk about your weather being bad a lot.
Hello, Debbie.
What was
Where do
Debbie,
you
that?
come
live?
on over
Where do
to
you live?
Facebook
Oh,
and you
I'm in
can share
Georgia.
your chats.
So here you can do them. You can
Yeah.
only do 2, but it can only be like you can continue to have it, but you can only have like I think it's 2 or 3 days at a time. You can't like continue. So I can have it like Thursday to Sunday, and not do it Monday and then have it again.
Right, because
You
we're
just
just
can't
allowed
continue.
two a year, and that's it. 2, and we
Yeah.
actually have to get a
That's
permit.
like-
You can't put signs up on the street. You just have to literally rely on.
Well, I just put some of my social media to do the work of it, and I just went on Facebook and I shared there. I also shared like in the apps and stuff. I had more
Yeah.
people come from that than I didn't even have to put out signs.
Yeah.
So it was more, and then I geared like I would post something, and those people that were interested in it, those are the ones coming. So it was like I made sure to have those same kind of things out, so
Wow.
that when they
Debbie,
came, there's more.
I'm sorry, Debbie, come over to the YouTube channel and you can see everybody's chat and they can see yours. And thanks for coming in. But Lisa, same thing here in St. Cloud. We're only allowed 2 days, a spring and a fall, to do yard sales. They call it permit days. But
Mm.
my town is such where it's the same thing in Kissimmee. Part of it is Kissimmee City and unincorporated, and it's like this in St. Cloud. I live in unincorporated St. Cloud, so we could do it any day we want. But the other thing I was going to tell you, you girls, is sorry about that. You all know about garage sale or yard sale treasure map, right?
Mhm.
And garage sale finder apps. If they want to charge you to post your sale in there, and I've done that in the past. But if you go on Craigslist and post your sale there, those 2 apps will pick it up for free.
Yep.
So that's another way to get in there without paying. I think it's $20 to post in garage sale finder and yard sale treasure map. But yeah, that's another way to do it is just do a garage sale.
You know how, like you said, when you go to the flea markets, there's the guys that just brings trucks full of stuff and they throw it out there and just buy it. I
Yeah.
was like, how do they do that? Well, I figured it out the other day, or not the other day, during the summer. So we have an auction place up the street from us, and we went there one time, and it gets to the point they're like, buy the whole table for $3. And I was like, $3? What am I going to do with all this stuff, right? I mean,
Right.
yeah, but I let it get. We got a few things out of it, and we'll go occasionally. So we were going to another yard sale. This guy posted that he had a yard sale, and we drove off to it, and he had it was the box full of stuff like you find at yard sales and stuff, or like at flea markets. And I walked up, I was pulling all this left in stuff, like because I do hardware, hard goods, and vintage stuff. So I knew exactly what I was pulling. I was like, wow, and you were digging. I was like, he got this from the auction place. So you go there, they usually say you want one thing on the table, but they'll say, okay, take the whole table, $3. He throws in his truck. He just went to his yard and just threw it in the front yard and said, I'm having a yard sale. And people just came and dug. And it didn't matter if they gave him $1 or $2 or $50.
Wow.
Because he already, you know what I mean? I was like, that is so smart.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, what am I going to do with all this stuff if I win the whole table? Now I'm like,
Glenn, thanks for thanks for coming in.
I
You're
just
on
had to
Facebook. You could
adopt
come over.
this one.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Glenn,
Is
come
your
over.
Facebook on? Is your Facebook volume on, Paul? For your Facebook?
I believe so. Yeah, they're all. There's a few
Looking at you
people that
now.
are coming in, like Glenn saying, "I see you're from Mass. I'm originally from Brockton. We used to have the Brockton Fair."
No, I mean
Um,
the volume for your Facebook.
no,
Live.
no, I don't have it showing. I just have the YouTube showing. But there's a few on my chat on StreamYard that shows me where the people are talking from. Francesca saying the Goodwill's here in Boston sells junk, nothing good. I don't know, Francesca. I've been to a few in Boston. Last time Sandy and I went up, we started in North Carolina thrifting, and we went all the way up to Maine thrifting at Goodwill's, thrift stores, everything. Funny thing, in Boston, I find more Disney shirts than I do living 30 minutes away.
Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't believe it. Of course, so a lot of people from there come here. But hey, I mean, thank you everybody for coming. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't, and because I'm going to do this again Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock. T and Donna are on Saturday and Sunday, which
Yeah, I
means I
want to
can.
get on T's auction maybe one time. See if I can
Cool.
get some stuff still. This little guy was my mom's,
Oh,
and he dislocated a hip, and now I have adopted a little one.
Oh wow.
my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
So little.
He's like, hey, but this is what I would love to do that, Lisa. I watch you guys all the time with T. It's really like, I mean, I can't buy, but I'll just sit in the background and watch sometimes because you never know what somebody else likes.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I watch it too. I can't buy. So I'm like,
maybe if I
oh,
sell.
yeah. And then like when I did my live, when I was doing the auction for the first time, I didn't have the right stuff. I guess, like I thought I was going to be prepared, but I wasn't. So I have to now know what stuff to get for the next one. But
Yeah, well, I met Donna. That's how I met all of you guys. She's with Jeremy. What the hells?
Yep.
And there was a meetup in Palm Beach, and I was like, I watch these guys all the time. I'm going. When no matter how bad I feel, I'm going. And then that's how I met Donna. And after that, it was all over.
Wow. Got DLC that says there's no Savers in Boston. There's a good one in Wilmington. I go there, I don't know, twice a week anyway. And
there
there's
has
another
to be
one.
churches or something.
There's no Savers here in Florida either, which is awful. Savers here in West Roxbury charge higher prices for secondhand, nothing great. Savers in Norwood, never been there. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming. I'm going to cut it here because we're going on like an hour and 3/4 here. So feel free to come in again. Let's continue this to try to give like information and points out to everybody to help grow sales. So if this is
That'd
going
be
to be,
great.
yeah, if this is going to be our job and our, thing that we're going to do, we need to build up the sales. And if we have a pointer or two that can help each other to do that, I think that would be great. We can get the word out to everybody. And
I do have something. I'm in this group and we're gonna host a Instagram challenge, and it's for people who sell online. So we have 31 prompts for March, and so you would use those words for each day, and you post a picture of what that word means to you, and it could be stuff to your store. But the purpose of it is to get you used to using Instagram and like how to use to get yourself to practice on how to do it, and then also to help people connect with you and network with you. And we've also done this. We've also done this with YouTube also. So we'll have like a bunch of YouTubers, and we're all going to say, okay, let's do a summer theme, and all the YouTubers like would drop summer theme videos under the same like hashtag. And so it's the kind of same thing for this. It's the more people are involved and get the hashtag, it kind of gets a trending rate up.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I don't use it, but people
That's what
say,
a lot of people don't.
yeah, you could sell on Instagram and
I didn't know that.
yeah, people put their
I've been
listings
doing
on
that.
there.
I
I
didn't know
haven't
that.
yet.
Awesome.
But once again, ladies,
Thank
you
you.
for- Lisa,
Bye.
you still awake or did you fall asleep, Lisa?
I'm fine. I'm right here.
I'm fine. All right.
She's like, collect my hours.
All right.
Glenn,
Thanks, guys.
I've never come across any Scottish goods, Glenn. I'm sorry, but check T's auction tonight. There'll be a lot of people on. Thank you, Rachel. You could put the question in there too to see if anybody's ever come across that.
What is it?
He's looking for Scottish items like kilts.
Mm.
We have a British store down in Kissimmee here that sells mostly all the chocolates and stuff that you can't get from here, which is pretty cool, but never saw any Scottish goods.
I have
But once again,
I have a grouse foot pin, but I don't know where it is at the moment. It's the
okay.
Scottish thing I have right now.
All right. Well, thank you again. We're going to call it here. So thank you, Maricha.
Thank you.
I will talk to you later. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. And I'll be back here, everybody, tomorrow at 9. And we'll see what other topics we can come up with.
Off topics.
All topics.
Coming, everybody.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We're still live, Paul.
Yeah, I know. I just want that screen to come up. Okay. Remove. Oh,